Okay, so this is a Wi-Fi battle or link battle against someone from a Facebook group, where they just randomly type, oh, anyone for 6v6? And he said, no legends and no Ultra Beasts. So I was like, okay, sure. So no Tapu Lele or Finny for me. So I had to make some adjustments. So instead of a Stallbreaker Tapu Finny, I have a Taunt Lycanroc lead. And to my surprise, it actually worked out better because I managed to get the Stealth Rocks off, and later in the game you'll see many examples of where actually Stealth Rocks was really helpful for me in this fight. So anyway, Stealth Rocks, he gets off the close combat. Obviously his defenses have dropped, so if I was to Stone Edge him even after my attack has fallen, it would still do a lot of damage to him. So I remain in to do the Stone Edge because I generally don't really have anything to worry about. I've got my Stealth Rocks off and I can do some damage. So I taunt him just in case he's Rock Polish, or as you see he's got Stealth Rock, so which is good because I think that Stealth Rock potentially would have caused me some problems. So it's a good thing I got my Stealth Rocks and he doesn't have his. And I still managed to do a bit of extra damage with 2 more Stone Edges to him. So on 1 HP, Lycanroc did quite a lot, to be fair. So I sent up my Bewear because he is a very good tank. Well, he's not a tank, but he's very bulky and his abilities make him very tanky. And I've also got an Assault Vest, so he's very defensive on both sides and can still do lots of damage. He sends out the Gliscopod. I stay in because I think actually I can do damage to this guy and I can force him out, even though obviously my attack has fallen yet again. I think, okay, I can force the emergency exit and I can actually make him completely useless, so why not? And then later in the game when he comes back out, he's actually going to die to Stealth Rocks. So yeah, -2 attack Bewear. Staying in, why not? And again, I stayed in this time because this Staraptor does a lot of damage. Found out that he's choice banded, so actually if I switch into anything, it's gonna be more detrimental to my overall game if I switch. So I just stuck in there. He obviously got recoil, and that's fine. I'm now up to the Pyukumuku. He does Brave Bird again. This is where I found out that he was banded because, as usual, I think, oh, I can take any damage, no problem. But yeah, banded does a lot of damage. So I was gonna do Purify Pass to my Alakazam because he was my Tapu Lele replacement because I wanted similar sort of coverage. But it didn't happen. So that was, yeah, it worked out in the end. Basically he ended up taking himself down to pretty much 1 health after this. And because I've got Stealth Rocks, that means he can't switch out and then get some cheeky damage later on me with his, remaining 1 HP. He can't use his Staraptor later. That's it now. He's got less than 25% health. So if he switches back later, definitely dead. So it's stay in or, well, die and die pretty much for him. So I get my Alakazam set up, which is nice because this generation Megas get their speed on turn 1. So this Alakazam is definitely faster than Staraptor. Mainly because he's got Choice Band. I wasn't sure about the speed difference before Mega, so I did Mega just in case. It might have been useful maybe to save it later, and I'll tell you why in a second. But he sends out his Ninetales, which I was actually quite surprised I did a lot of damage, as I did. I mean, I know Mega Alakazam does a lot, but Ninetales also has really good special defense in its Alolan form. So that was pretty nice to see that I killed it. And this is where I was thinking maybe it might have been better to save my Mega till now, because I could have been able to trace the Slush Rush, which this guy has. So he's faster than me because of Slush Rush. And I'm very lucky. 1 HP. Alakazam is not done yet. So I was thinking Focus Blast or Hidden Power Fire. Focus Blast does more damage. Hidden Power Fire is less, but they're both 4 times effective. Might as well play it safe. Hidden Power Fire got me the kill. No problem. I faint as well, that's fine. Alakazam has taken out 3 Pokemon. Not full health, granted. But, well, one of them wasn't. One of them was 1 HP, but still, that's good. 3 Pokemon down. And now it's down to the last few Pokemon. All I've got left is Mimikyu and Marowak. And I go for an attack instead of setting up my Trick Room, because initially I thought, okay, I'm going to be able to damage him, you know, I'll take him out with one hit. He's not got much health left, but apparently he lived. So, whatever. And he set up Sandstorm, which I clocked was basically for his Mega Garchomp, which made a lot of sense. But then I managed to get the kill anyway, which is fine. So here's Golisopod, completely useless in this match, unfortunately. Emergency Exit sent him on his way, and the Stealth Rocks sent him packing, so he didn't really get to see any screen time, unfortunately. So this is basically it now. He's down to his last Pokemon. I've got 2 Pokemon left. My last Pokemon is not very useful against Garchomp at all. Marowak A is not gonna one-shot Garchomp. Maybe if he had Ice Punch. Not even, maybe then. But unfortunately he can't get Ice Punch. So basically I just go for the Trick Room and Destiny Bond, because that is a guaranteed kill, obviously, for me. So I have nothing to worry about here. And then, yeah, that's pretty much game, to be honest. 2 of my Pokemon took out 6 of his Pokemon, not bad. So I had the Alakazam take out 3, and I had the Mimikyu also take out 3. Well, I guess it was Stealth Rocks, really. But, yeah. It was a very interesting game. You know, definitely had to think a little bit. I didn't make any predictions. Well, switches. I didn't make any sort of, like, you know, type resistant switch changes. But that's not really how my team works. It's more hyper offensive. So staying in, making sure everyone's got full health, and then using them to their best is usually, I find, is better for this team. So anyway, that was a good battle. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be sure to upload some more.